Hi, welcome to part 2 of the CIVE 343 VISSIM tutorial series. I am your host as always, Jessica, and in this video we're going to be actually drawing the network. So, we are right now at the intersection of Ottawa and River, and now we're going to actually draw some roads. First, I want you to look at your left-hand column, and you can see there's a bunch of different objects you can make. Right now we're going to make a road, and you can do that by left-clicking links, the words, not the icon, and you draw the road by right-clicking the point where you want the road to start and dragging in the direction of traffic. After that, you get this pop-up that asks you to input some properties of the road. So it asks for a number, which is essentially just a counter for how many roads you actually build. A name, I'm going to label this River Road southbound. And the number of lanes. River Road has the number of lanes. It has 2 roads. And just, you can see the length. The length of this link is 1500. And you can have different behavior types, display types, and levels. So, let's say this is an intersection that you've never actually seen before. It is good practice to go to Google Maps or any map provider that you use and actually look at the different characteristics of the intersection. So you can see that on River Drive, it is 2 lanes each way with a dedicated left turn lane and dedicated left turn lane on both ends. Ottawa Street, left turn lanes, dedicated left turn lanes on either side, construction on that side, but dedicated left turn lanes on both sides. And it is often really good to also look at the satellite image. This is something you can do on VISSIM itself just by clicking the wrench and changing your map provider. I cannot do that at this moment, but you should be able to do it on your computer. So we can see the locations that the left turn lane actually starts and stops on River Street and on Ottawa Street. So this will help us in building our network. So let's just finish building the through lanes first on VISSIM, and then we can care about the left turns a little bit later. So now we have learned that we can just right click on the map, drag in the direction of traffic we are traveling in, and we can make a link. And you can change the link name as required. I don't need that right now, so I'm going to delete it by just clicking on it and then deleting it. So let's say you want to change the road geometry a little bit such that it fits what the map looks like. What you can do is left click the link itself and then right click along the link to create a point. Once you have created that point, you can left click it again and drag it around such that it fits. So right click and drag, left click to drag. And now we have it fit pretty well. You can also left click the point at the end such that it matches the road geometry a little bit better. Okay, once you're happy with the geometry of your road, make sure that it is at least 800 meters long and the middle of the line goes through the intersection. This line is approximately 15 meters long, 1,500 meters long, and I think it kind of goes through the middle of the intersection. So now that we have this southbound road drawn in on VISSIM, we can draw the northbound lane of River Road. You can do that by either drawing a new link where you right-click to create a point and then drag northbound to add the direction of the traffic flow, or you can click an existing link, press down on Control, right-click the link, and you will have this menu pop up, and you can click Duplicate. You won't see anything happen, but if you click on the link again, left-click on it again, you can drag it over, and you have duplicated the link. Now, this is still southbound, and if you double-click it, it will say it's your second link, it's your southbound lane. Well, if you press down Control again, and right-click it again, you can invert direction, and now you have a northbound lane. Double-click it to get this Properties menu, and change your name, a link name, to northbound. The properties are the same, so we'll keep it the same. Now, the next step is creating, well, it's not really a next step. What I'm going to do next is draw out the street going eastbound and westbound. So I'm doing the same thing, right click at a starting point, drag in the direction of traffic, and make sure it's at least 800 meters long. It's 1,400 meters long. Perfect. I'm going to change the name again. Ottawa Street. Oops. 2 lanes. Yep. Perfect. And I'm just going to do it this way to create the westbound. Oh, it's not northbound. I have to change that. So, double click. This is eastbound. Okay, so are all the directions correct? Yes. Yes. Remember that you drive on the right side of the street. Make sure that you leave a gap in between your links because you're going to be including left turn lanes for a dedicated left turn lane for, well, the left turn lane. Now, let's look back at Google Maps and see where the left turn lanes on River Street and Ottawa Street actually start. So, on River Street, they start somewhat past this plaza on the southbound leg. And River Street northbound, they start past the entrance to the fire station. On Ottawa Street, the left turn lane starts around the middle of the stairs, and on Ottawa Street westbound, the left turn lane starts in the middle of this plaza after the entrance. Yeah, in the middle of the parking lot. Okay, so we're going to draw that out. Make sure that when you're drawing the left turn lanes that they're at least 24 meters long and that they are of similar length. So let's make sure that I have the placement correct. And I'm going to draw out the left turn lanes. And you draw the left turn lanes simply by making smaller links where the left turn lanes should be. It's only one lane. I'm just gonna label it as required. Make sure it's only one lane. And that the direction is going in the right direction. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, also make sure it's 24 meters long. And it is 100 meters long. Perfect. If you are uncertain of the length of the left turn lane that you're creating, you can always just measure your distance on Google Maps to make sure. It's a bit off, but you know what? That's okay. Happy little mistakes. So, we're going to draw the left turn lane on Ottawa Street. Oh, wait. Ottawa Street, the stairs. Is it at least 24 meters long? Yes. Ottawa Street, eastbound, left turn. And Ottawa Street, 24 meters long, yep. Westbound, left turn. Okay. Now that we have enough links for the left turn lane and this intersection, we are going to actually join the lanes together. So you can do this carefully and with a lot of attention, because this might be a little bit tricky. It is to simply zoom in. I am right now on the southbound left turn lane of River Street. All you need to do is go to where the left turn lane will start, such that the outline of the link that you're trying to connect to the left turn lane has the black outline, like this, the black arrows. So, black arrows. You put your cursor somewhere near where the left turn lane starts. Right click and hold it and drag towards your link until the black outline appears on your left turn lane too. And now you have created a connector. And it tells you to add in all these different properties. And your connector has a 5-digit code. And now you just have to make sure that the from link and the to link is correct. So my from link is my first link that I ever drew, and my to link is my left turn lane. So that works out. You can change different properties in this menu. And right now, I am going to change this spline number to 10. Usually the default is 2. It affects the smoothness of the curves in the link. And the higher values of spline result in smoother links, while low values create more linear, angular, and direct curves. Usually splines of 10 to 20 are appropriate, and it just depends on the length of the collector. So I'm just going to use 10 for this tutorial. And I'm gonna play. Okay. Probably should not have drawn this so long. Does that still work? I hope so. I mean, oh, no, I can't simulate it. Okay, so you can do that with the rest of the links. And now I'm going to show you how to make right turn lanes. You do this same thing, but now you're going to connect the main links, the larger links that you made. So if you're going to make the westbound right turn movement towards the northbound River Street movement, you hover your cursor over Ottawa Street link, right click, hold it down, and drag until you hit River Street. And once again, you will have all these different options. You will still have the 5-digit link number, and you will have a spline. And I'm going to say 10 again. Okay. So that's it for drawing the different links in your simulation. All you need to do now is do the same for the rest of your left turn lanes and right turn lanes. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.